the examples are, in taken from certain textbook in which you have some problems. These problems are structure based as well as name based and sometimes knowledge based. So let us join together and solve this, because unless you solve it, it will be difficult for you to understand it. Here it is. As you can see that the first question is number 12. Which of the following compounds exhibit geometrical isomerism? So it is required that you draw every structure. Okay, every structure means, one pentene. For pentene, you have to write first the structure. 5 carbon atoms you have to write first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then number it as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it is one pentene, right? So the first atom should be the double bond there. And then you have to satisfy the valency of the carbon atoms like this. So you will see that it is turning out to be a very symmetric molecule. H here, CH2 here, H here, and then this is a very large molecule. So if you put everything here, it will come to around C3H5 plus 2, 7, C3H7. So you are having same groups on the same side. Okay, so this will not exhibit geometrical isomerism. The next compound is B, 2-methyl-2-pentene. Again, for pentene, you have to draw all the 5 atoms like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then numbering it. When you number it, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then the double bond is the second position. Okay. So 1, 2, here it is, second position. And then 2-methyl-2-pentene. The second atom is also having a CH3 group there. 2-methyl-2-pentene. Okay, now you satisfy everything. Here you have one H and one large group there. Okay, one H is there and one large group is there. And here you have CH3 there. And then you have CH2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, CH3, 2-methyl-2-pentene. So here, this structure, with 2-methyl-2-pentene. Can you see pentene 2 is a double bond and 2-methyl. 1, 2. Okay, so here you can see that they are having same groups on the same side. Here also these two are same. Across the double bond, they are having the same groups. Okay, therefore this is also not answering the geometrical isomerism. And then the C is 2-pentene. It's a very simple molecule. C, 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 C. So there is only the numbering is for the second atom. Here you have this, and you put the rest of the thing as CH. 1, 2, 3. So you have CH3 for 1, and then carbon valency is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have this one. Across the CC bond you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have H here. Now you can see that across the double bond you are having one H here and one CH3 here. So the groups are different. Groups are different. And here is also the same case. Here you have H and here you have CS2, CS3. So 2 different groups are there on both sides. So if you see that here it is C2H5 ethyl group, and here it is methyl group, and opposite sides you have hydrogen atoms. So 2 opposite sides, the high priority are on opposite sides. So this is a trans. Therefore, this compound exhibits the geometrical isomerism. Look at the fourth one, 2-methyl-2-butene. 2-methyl-2-butene. Butene means you put 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one, second one. So second one is having a double bond. and also the second compound is having a CH3 group there, 2-methyl, 2-butene. Okay, now satisfy this H3C. Here you will have 1H, and here you will have all are satisfied. Here you will have CH3. Okay, so you can see that across the double bond you have to draw a line there. So this is another one C and this is another C, across which you have to see. So here you see two groups same. Okay, therefore this is also not optically active. So your answer should be the second one is optically, it exhibits geometrical isomerism. Okay, now come to the next question. Which of the following compounds exist cis trans isomers? The same thing. So 1-butene, butene means 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The next you have to satisfy the hydrogen atoms there. This is 1-butene. So the first group is having, this is 1, this is 2. First group is having double bond. So you will have H. So here itself you know that there are same groups. Okay. Same groups, no geometrical isomerism. Right? So here is this is the line that you are going to draw across the double bond. So you have C3H7 there and H here. Two different groups, but here you have two same groups there. Therefore, this is not optically active. The next one is 2-butene. Again, 4 carbon atoms because it is butene. Second carbon atom is having hydrogen. So you satisfy the valency of carbon atom. It has got CH3 there. And here you have 1H. Here you have 1H and here you have H3. So you can see that here it is CH3, one group across the double bond, H another group. So here H another group, CH3 another group. Two groups are opposite. Okay, it is trans, therefore, and therefore this is exhibiting geometrical isomerism. 2-butene exhibits geometrical isomerism. The next molecule is cyclopropane. Cyclopropane means it is CH2, 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 and CH2. It's a cyclic form. Okay, cyclopropane is a cyclic form. You can even write it just like this. So it becomes a cyclopropane when you write like this. And obviously, there is no double bond here. There is no double bond. So, no geometrical isomerism. Okay. So that comes to the second and therefore, which is the last one, acetone. Acetone is a simple group, and here I'm going to write acetone. CH3, C double bond O, CH3. This is acetone. And it is across a double bond O, and because you have no substituents here, no geometrical isomerism, no GI. And therefore, of all the 4, you have only 2-butene as the right answer. Only 2-butene is giving you the. And then this is the third example, the question number 14. You have got lactic acid, malic acid, 1-butene, and 1,1-dichloride. You have to put everything. What is lactic acid? Lactic acid has a general formula of CH3CHOH, COOH. Okay. Lactic acid having CH3CHOH, COOH. This is a kind of a confusing question because this shows optical isomerism. The compound optical isomerism exhibit here because it is having a asymmetric carbon atom here. You can see CH, CH3, OH, and COOH. So 4 different groups are there. Therefore, this is a symmetric carbon atom. So it shows optical isomerism and no geometrical isomerism because it doesn't have any double bond. So lactic acid doesn't show geometrical isomerism. Malic acid and fumaric acid you have studied in geometrical isomerism. Malic acid and fumaric acid is now this is C double bond C COOH and H you have, and here you have H, here you have COOH. So this is a fumaric acid because it is a trans compound. In the cis compound you have this both the COH group on the same side. Okay, same side means not across the. This is these two things will change. The isomer of this is H C double bond C H COOH and COOH. So this is malic. Malic acid is easily hydrolyzable because you have two groups on the same side. The water molecule will come out. So that is how you have to remember. It has got very low melting point because of that, and also has got a very definite dipole moment. But fumaric acid doesn't have a definite dipole moment. Therefore, malic acid is exhibiting geometrical isomerism. One butene, does it exhibit geometrical isomerism? You have to draw one butene. One butene. Butene means you have to put 4. C, 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 C. Okay, it is the first atom is having the double bond because it is one butene. 1, 2. Okay. So here you have H, H. Here itself you have same groups. Okay. Same groups across the double bond. On one side of the double bond, same groups on one side of the bond. So no geometrical isomerism. So this also doesn't show any geometrical isomerism. What is the last one? 1,1-dichloroethylene. 1,1-dichloroethylene. So you have to first write ethylene. Ethylene is derived from H2C double bond CH2. Okay, so it is ethylene. Okay, now the first carbon atom and second carbon atom was there. So it is 1,1-dichloro. That means, both the hydrogen atoms have been substituted by chlorine atoms. So you have H2C double bond C, Cl and Cl. So across the double bond, you can see you have both hydrogen groups, and here you have same groups. Okay, so no geometrical isomerism. No geometrical isomerism. So the fourth one is also having no geometrical isomerism. That means the answer for this is the malic acid is having. Okay, which of the following compounds show geometrical isomerism? The question number 15 is that. So I think I clear up the space here and to get more space. Okay. So which of the following compounds show geometrical isomerism? Here it has given directly the structures. Question number 15, direct structures are given. So still you have to draw the structures. Okay, you can see this is directly you can see that this is a quaternary ammonium compound. Tertiary ammonium compound. So there is no double bond here. Okay, no double bond here, and therefore this is not optically. It will not show geometrical isomerism. And then you come to B there. When you come to B, you have got CS3, CS double bond CS2. So you have a double bond there. I am putting this double bond here, and here you have CH and HCH2. You can see that these two hydrogen groups are same side of double bond. Okay. Therefore, this also doesn't show any geometrical isomerism because you have two hydrogens on the same side. So here you have CH3 twice NH, CH3, CH3 twice NH, and therefore there is no double bond here. No double bond there, and therefore it is also not showing any geometrical isomerism. And look at the last example. It is having a structure like CH3, Okay, CH double bond CH CH3. Okay, so here two groups are different, and here also two groups are different. You draw a line across the double bond. Therefore, this shows geometrical isomerism. This shows the geometrical isomerism. So that is how you solve this entire questions by drawing some structures. Okay. Now the question number 16 is there. Again, you can take down the notebook and draw all the molecules. So you can see that it is having a structure like this. CH2 double bond CH Cl. Question itself is wrong, I think, because CH2. Okay, no, it is, I have written the wrong structure. So CH2 double bond CHCl2. How do you write this? First you write the double bond there. This double bond. Okay. Then there is one H, and there is another H, and there is another H here, and there is another Cl here. So you shouldn't get any Cl2 here. It should be CHCl. So you can see that across the double bond, you have same groups. Okay. Same groups, no geometrical isomerism. So it doesn't show any geometrical isomerism. Next is the compound B. In B, you have to draw a structure like this. C double bond C is drawn. Okay. One is H, the other one is Br, and another one is H, another one is Cl. Clear? Cl, H, Cl, H, Br, H, Br, H. Okay, if you draw the line there, you got different groups there. So this shows geometrical isomerism. Okay. Now take up this compound CH2 double bond Cl. CH2, if you just first put double bond, you have put H here, Cl here, this H and this Cl. This Cl. Okay. Then across the double bond, you have both hydrogen atoms. So you can see these two hydrogens are same. So this doesn't show any geometrical isomerism. This also doesn't show any geometrical isomerism. Cl2 C double bond CBr2. Cl, Cl, C double bond C, Br, Br. Okay, same groups on same side. So this also doesn't show any geometrical isomerism. Okay, so the last one is the Br, CH, Br. Which of the following compounds does not show geometrical isomerism? So in the question itself, you have to be very careful, because it asks which is not showing geometrical isomerism, but in some cases it is asked which shows geometrical isomerism. Okay, so you substitute A there, Br, CH, Br. Right? It is to be written as C double bond H, CH double bond CH, Br and Br. Draw a line there. So two different groups here. These two are different. These two are different. So it exhibits geometrical isomerism. So this exhibits geometrical isomerism. Next is BrCH CHCl. BrCH CHCl. So double bond probably comes here. Okay, C double bond C. So H here, this H, and then Cl here, this Cl, and then Br here, this Br, and this H comes here. So across the line, two different groups here, two different groups here. So this also exhibits geometrical isomerism. Okay, so what is that? What is the next question? Next is So this also exhibits the geometrical isomerism. Next is CH3 CHBr. I'm drawing it directly here. Okay, CH3 on one side, C double bond C, H and Br, and here you have Br. CH3 C Br, double bond CH Br. So here you have different groups, all different groups. Okay, across the double bond you can get according to purity you will get high purity here, high purity here, opposite sides. So it is trans isomer. This also exhibits geometrical isomer. And the last one here is CH3 CH3 C CH3, this one C double bond CH CH3. So you can see CH3 CH3 same groups on same side of double bond. So no geometrical isomerism. No geometrical isomerism. That means this is not showing the geometrical isomerism. So you can have a look at this again. You can see first answer is C, second answer is B, third answer is B, 15th answer is D, 16th answer is B, and 17th answer is C. I'm sorry, D. Because will not show this will not show geometrical isomerism. Okay. So here you have 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. I'm just putting some easier questions there. Here at the bottom. Here you can see the 4 more questions there. A molecule is said to be chiral if it contains a plane of symmetry, if it contains a center of symmetry, if it cannot be superimposed on its mirror image. Okay, I think this is something very direct questions there, so it is descriptive. If it can be superimposed on its mirror image. Plane of symmetry means, I think you have seen which is plane. This is the plane. Then center of symmetry is there. Center of symmetry is a point on which, if you cut equal groups across the side, if you are going to put the same groups x in center of symmetry. I think we have discussed the center of symmetry, or again deal with the 3 elements of symmetry: plane of symmetry, axis of symmetry, and center of symmetry in the next class before going to that. But here, a molecule is said to be chiral if it cannot be superimposed on its mirror image. It should not be superimposed. This is, if it contains plane of symmetry, it is symmetrical. Therefore, it is not chiral. I think I told you that symmetry and chiral are proportional. Symmetry and chiral are proportional. So this is the right answer there for question number 18. Question number 19, which of the following statement is false regarding the chiral compounds? Chiral compound means, you should know a chiral compound is one in which you have 4 different groups: C, A, B, D, and E. All the 4 different groups are different. That means methane is not chiral. Okay. CHClBrI is chiral because all 4 groups are different. Okay, what is true about this? Rotate the plane polarized light. Chiral compounds, they rotate the plane polarized light. What is it? False diagram. Not true. So, true thing about chiral compound is they rotate plane polarized light. So, this is also not the right statement. Have cis and trans isomers. Now, this is for geometrical isomerism only. So this is the right answer probably. Next is they exist as enantiomers. Chiral compounds exhibit enantiomerism. Yeah. Can be detected with polarimeter. A polarimeter is there in your lab. So if you get a chance now, you can get to do experiment with polarimeter. It's a big instrument and which you have to put a solution containing the sample which has got a chiral molecule. If the compound is optically active, you will see a shaded portion like this. Okay, you will see a shaded portion like this in the polarimeter. That is nothing to be confused with this. It shows that active compounds, optically active compounds, okay, they can be detected. They can be detected by polarimeter. They can be detected by polarimeter. And what is the right answer there? So B is the right answer. Okay. Question number 20 is there. What is an optically active compound must contain at least 4 carbon atoms. Okay, that is true because you have to have 4 groups like this. 4 different groups like this. When in solution, rotate the plane polarized light. That is also true. Okay, an optically active compound. Optically active compound is a chiral compound, is an asymmetric carbon atom, has got asymmetric carbon atom. And when in solution, rotate the plane polarized light. This is also true. This is also true. Must always contain asymmetric carbon atom. Adu kuda true. Okay. In solution gives you to negative reading in polarimeter. This is not true. There is no such thing like negative reading in polarimeter. It just rotates the plane polarized light. So therefore, the answer for this is an optically active compound should in solution give a negative reading in polarimeter. Okay. When in solution, rotate the plane polarized light. So almost these two are right, but here this is more right because in solution they don't give negative reading. There's nothing like negative reading. Okay. So the last one today is the 10th one. That is the question number 21 taken from the book Ball and Iron Ball. Plane polarized light effect is affected by, what is the answer? Identical molecules is plane polarized light. If you have identical molecules, it doesn't affect. All polymers, it doesn't affect. Okay, it is a property that is plane polarized light. The moment you hear about plane polarized light, you should get the chirality in your mind. So this is the right answer. Chirality, asymmetry, all should go together. All biomolecules, they are not optically active. All polymers are not optically active. Only chiral molecules have asymmetric carbon atom. Therefore, they rotate the plane polarized light towards left or right. That is why you put U plus or minus. Okay. For identical molecules, they don't give like this. Identical molecules, it's a kind of different question. Even though you may have identical molecules which are not superimposable, but the more right answer is question number C. This is the right answer there. So I think you have got, you have learned about the 10 questions there. You again take up all this in your free time, leisure time, and draw all the structures that have been drawn. Okay. I am just ending up this screen here because it is what we have solved and the right answers are there. I think I have properly ticked them. You can go through them and find out the answer there. So thank you for joining me. If you have any doubts, you can please ask questions now.